In this video I'm going to take a look at the Mounted Gunfighters from Great Escape Games for Dead Man's Hand. Hi, welcome to Games Web. My name's Mark, and in this video I'm going to take a look at a brand new product from Great Escape Games, as you can see by the logo here, that was sent to me very kindly by Mark and Stuart from Great Escape. So without further ado, let's jump in. Okay, so what we've got here in this lovely little envelope is can't believe this, I've tried 3 times to open this envelope. It's so well packed. Okay, so what we've got is a couple of sprues and some bases for Great Escape Games' brand new Kickstarter, which is live right now as I speak over on Kickstarter.com. This is for Dead Man's Hand, which as many of you may know, is one of my favourite games of all time. I absolutely love it. And this brings a whole new element to the game. This brings in mounted units. So we've got 2 sprues here. We've got, well, actually got 3 sprues. We've got a sprue of horses, which are complete with saddlebags and cantinas and all sorts of stuff, which I'll have a look in a second. We've got our sprue of bases with 5 cavalry bases. And then we have got our riders who are designed to fit on the horses. Okay, now I'm going to have a close look at the sprues in a second, just for one moment. My camera keeps on slipping. We need to get that sorted. Right, the way they're designed is your miniatures from the Dead Man's Hand Redux and Dead Man's Hand are designed to actually these are designed to actually take the figures that you've got in the base game and have them mounted, so you can get your normal figures and use them in the mounted rules in the game itself. Okay, so let's have a quick look at the components first. Right, so I'll just move those to one side for a moment and we'll zoom in a little bit and have a look. Okay, so first things first, we've got the bases. They're just plain cavalry bases. Great Escape Games logo on them. Not much to write home about. They're totally flat, they're not beveled. They more or less match the bases that you get with the infantry and the foot figures. We have Dead Man's Hand Redux as a bookmark. These things are ace, and as you can see, there is the Mounted Gunfighters Kickstarter box cover with Great Escape Games logo at the bottom, established in 2006. And then we've got our Dead Man's Hand card, which is just one of the business cards from Great Escapes, which is fantastic. Okay, so my camera keeps on slipping because the mount is not very good. Okay, so we'll have a look at the horses first, then we'll look at the figures, and then I'll get one of them assembled after we've had a quick chat about it. Okay, so we get 5 bodies for the horses. They all come with saddles on them. The detail's really, really nice. The horses' heads are well sculpted, as you can see. Just zoom in a little bit so you can actually have a closer look at the, if I can just get the camera to move. There we go. So detail's really nice. Lots of animation on the horses. I like the saddlebags. They're not going to be brain surgery to put together. They do look very, very simple to put together, which is good. And as you can see, each one of them has corresponding left and right parts with a little lug where you just put them together, so you can't really mess up the way the bodies are on them. So this one will go with this one, vice versa, because there's a little lug in the centre there. Okay, so the horses look pretty nice, and I think they'll be okay once they're actually they're assembled. Right, sorry to keep on recentering the camera, but it keeps on slipping. So, right. Okay, so that's the cavalry, the mounts looked at for the moment. Now we have the actual cowboys themselves, or the gunfighters. As you can see here, we've got various bodies and heads and arms and all sorts of crazy stuff going on with them, and I'm going to tell you a wee story about one of these characters in a moment, and we can have a look at him, and we're going to follow him with actually making him, and I'll show you what he looks like next to his unmounted version. So having a quick look round, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 legs, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bodies in various states. So we've got like we've got the waistcoat with a neckerchief. We've got what looks like a greatcoat. Yeah, basically they mirror the ones that come from the core game and the core plastic set. We've got shotguns, we've got shotgun arms, we've got rifle arms, we've got pistol arms, we've got an amazing, well animated lasso arm with the lariat in the arm. It's about to be, go over the guy's head, and we've also got one holding the lariat there. I'm positive that's the right word, a lariat. And then saddlebags to go over the horse, and then of course our heads, which are identical to the heads that you get in the base game. We've also got a rifle there, some pistols, all sorts of stuff. So you can make your figures more or less the same way as you make your figures in Dead Man's Hand Redux or one of the other games. We've got a guy there with a what looks like a Confederate or Union keepee on his head. Lots and lots of cool stuff. Pistols, 2 pistols. Great. Okay, right, so my camera's slipping again, which is very annoying. Right, so let's get on to it. Right, so as I said, I got a bit of a story, and I'll actually show you what I mean now. Okay, so this head here, if I just zoom in a little minute, then you can have a closer look at him. So this head here started off as one of my gang members. He was just a hired hand. He wasn't really anything to write home about, but he kept on surviving and having very, very fluky roles and stuff, and I kind of loved him after a while, and he became known as Piscopone Pete, because he came from Piscopone, and I really like the model. So this is Piscopone Pete. He's been through quite a lot of battles, as you can see. It's just a very basic paint job. But what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to make Piscopone Pete mounted, because Piscopone Pete has actually gone up in his renown now, so he's actually, more or less equal to a lieutenant or a gang leader. I really like the character, and I'm actually going to set up a new posse using this guy as my main thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly assemble one of the horses and a Piscopone Pete to actually see how close I can get it to this actual model. So if you'll bear with me, I'll be right back. Okay, right, so welcome back. That was not as quick as I thought, because I couldn't find my plastic glue. I had to use super glue. Okay, so in our last chapter, in our last exciting episode, you were introduced to Piscopone Pete. He's a badass, he's an outlaw, he's quick on the gun, but when you see him here, he's still only a novice. And to go with him, we now have the mounted version of Piscopone Pete. As you can see, he's wearing the same outfit. I've just pulled the flowers off his base. He's wearing the same outfit. He's on his horse. He's got some saddlebags. He's got a bedroll on the back of the horse. He's got the same stupid mask on, which I don't know why, but I was instantly drawn to this when I first saw the plastics for the Gunfighters about 3 years ago, when Mark and Stuart very kindly sent me the sample to review. God, that must have been like 2019, and it got lost with COVID, and I sent them to somebody to paint for me, and I never got them back, and all sorts of things happened. But the review's on the site. I'll leave a link in the description, or I'll put it up here if I can, somewhere or there somewhere. Okay, so as you can see, he's got his holsters one gun still drawn, one gun not drawn. His hands down so he can actually grab hold of the reins. I'm going to actually mould the reins in. Now, because I did this with super glue, I've got a couple of gaps here that need to be filled. So I'm just going to use some sprue glue on that to actually fix it in place once I actually get round to finishing the rest of the figures off. I've got polystyrene cement, I just don't know where I've put it. I honestly don't know where I've put it. I've got about 4 bottles of it, but I'll look for it and I'll sort that out. And I'm going to get this painted up, and I'm going to paint him in the exact same colours as the unmounted figure. So right, good news is it's fully funded. It funded yesterday. It went live at 7:30 last night. Unfortunately, these sprues only turned up about 4:30 this afternoon, so I couldn't get them out in time to actually do it with the launch. But it's fully funded. It's up and on Kickstarter right now, but it's a very short campaign. It's only 10 days, so we're now down to 9 days. And the rest of it is all just gravy. It's just all stretch goals, which is for other mounted characters, because obviously this is a mounted character set. What do I think? Overall impressions, first look? Well, to be honest, I'm really impressed. I love the fact that you get loads and loads of heads. They're exactly the same heads that you get in the in the core Gunfighters set, but I do like them, and I like the weapons. I like the lorette, and the fact that you even get a cooking pot as well, and some canteens. They're brilliant, and they go together really easily, and very nice, even with super glue. And the horses, I've got lots and lots of horses from lots of different genres, and these are among the best ones I've assembled. They're very simple. I do like the fact that you don't have to glue the tails on, which I hate with a passion. Something that Games Workshop used to do a lot back in the good old days of their 4-part horse kit, and I never liked it. But these are absolutely brilliant. They're really nice. Got different kinds of canteens and stuff. The only thing that's missing is a banjo. I'd like to have a banjo, so Stuart, Mark, can you put a banjo on the next cowboy kit, please? Right, so if they reach the goal, there is going to be the ladies as a sprue. They'll tool the ladies up as a sprue to actually put on the horses. So the horses, obviously, is just one set of sprues. Bases, perfect, great. So I'll put a link up around here somewhere with the link down to the Kickstarter. It'll also be in the description. So at the moment, it's fully funded. There is lots of different options. You can get other stuff from the guys from Great Escape Games in the Kickstarter, as well as various plastics and things like that, and books and what have you. So well worth checking out. Awesome, big thumbs up from me, and I'll do a proper full review of the actual miniatures when they come out in December, because these are out next month, which is brilliant. Okay, so thank you for choosing in. No matter where you are in the world, please stay safe and look after yourself, and roll them dice high and enjoy yourself. I've been Mark. Thank you. Bye.